Meet Mr. Smith. He has chronic back pain caused by a past car accident. He was originally prescribed high-dose ibuprofen and NSAID for his pain. When his medication ran out, he continued to use pain medication with over-the-counter Advil. But what is really going on when he takes Advil every morning? And what even is an NSAID?
NSAIDs describes non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs that are used to treat inflammation, mild to moderate pain, and fever. So, that being said, how do they work? NSAIDs stop a certain kind of enzyme in your body from working. These are called cyclooxygenase enzymes, or COX enzymes. So, COX enzymes speed up your body's production of hormone-like substances called prostaglandins. Prostaglandins actually irritate your nerve endings and cause you to feel pain. They're also part of the system that helps your body control its temperature. So, basically, you have two types of COX enzymes in your body. Intuitively, they're called COX-1 and COX-2. So researchers believe that one of the jobs of COX-1 enzymes is to help protect your stomach lining. The COX-2 enzyme doesn't play a role in protecting your stomach. Instead, they mediate pain, inflammation, and fever. Traditional NSAIDs stop both COX-1 and COX-2 enzymes from doing their jobs. When COX-1 enzymes are blocked, pain and inflammation is reduced. But the protective lining of your stomach is also reduced. So this can cause problems like upset stomach, ulcers, bloating, and even bleeding in your stomach and intestines. COX-2 inhibitors only stop COX-2 enzymes from working. The COX-2 enzyme doesn't help to protect your stomach, so therefore, COX-2 inhibitors may actually be less likely to irritate your stomach or intestines. Now, let's briefly talk about the two different main classes of NSAIDs. So non-specific or non-selective NSAIDs target both COX-1 and COX-2. Examples of this include aspirin, ibuprofen, which you may know as Advil or Motrin, and naproxen, or Aleve. So these act as antipyretics, which means they can break fevers, they're analgesics, which means they're pain relievers, and they're also anti-inflammatory. Additionally, they're also an anticoagulant, which means that a side effect is that people on these medications will bleed easily. So this is why your doctor may tell you not to take these medications before surgeries. Other side effects include skin rash and bronchospasm, which is when your airways spasm and contract, making it hard to breathe. So the second major class of NSAIDs are selective NSAIDs. An example is paracetamol, which you may know as Tylenol. So these NSAIDs only inhibit the COX-2 enzyme, which allows for the production of prostaglandins that protect the stomach while still relieving fever, pain, and inflammation. They don't have the antiplatelet effects associated with non-selective NSAIDs, so they don't alter clotting.
Oh wow, Mr. Smith had no idea that all of this was happening inside his body. He thought the Advil somehow traveled to his back and numbed the area. But if the Advil is affecting all these other systems in his body, what are the health consequences?
COX-1 is normally active and maintains homeostasis in the body, particularly in the stomach and the kidneys. So in the stomach, COX-1 helps to decrease acid production. Therefore, if Mr. Smith takes Advil, this suppresses COX-1, which will increase the acid in his stomach. So that's why there are side effects like indigestion, nausea, vomiting, stomach ulcers, which are painful sores, and even excessive bleeding. In the kidneys, COX-1 helps to maintain blood flow. That's why a side effect is nephritis, which is inflammation in your kidneys.
Mr. Smith is not alone. In a 2005 study, 1 in 4 people who used over-the-counter pain relievers every day routinely took more than the recommended dose. NSAIDs are one of the most commonly prescribed medications, and 96% of patients over the age of 65 years old use them in the general practice setting. In older adults, NSAID use causes an estimated 41,000 hospitalizations and 3,300 deaths each year. NSAIDs also increase the risk of fatal stomach ulcers by nearly 5-fold. To avoid these complications, please do not mix 2 different types of NSAIDs together, and to always take them with or after a full meal. The next time before you or a family member takes an NSAID, remember this video and consider all the potential effects. To ensure that we're all taking full advantage of these remarkable drugs, we need to be sufficiently informed about both the short-term and long-term benefits and side effects. And as always, consider sharing this video to help us spread awareness.